Este programa é livre para todos os públicos.
There's like a complete divide between the Jewish part and the Arab part of Jerusalem. Jewish children, Israeli Jewish children do not meet Palestinians.
Every decision like this, who goes to the zoo, who has the road, who has the land.
I was born in a city called Yavne, and I was born to a very Jewish mainstream education. I mean, till the army, I didn't even know that there are Arabs living in Israel.
We're on the highest point in the south of Jerusalem. It's about 800, more than 800 meters above sea level. So you can see the whole city of Jerusalem, north of us. And it's very easy to see where Jerusalem ends and Bethlehem starts. Basically, there's no separation between the two cities. They're touching each other. But in the last decade, they built a wall, you can see there, to separate. And now to the west, something new is happening in the last months. They want to build a wall here to close Bethlehem and the villages next to Bethlehem from the west and to separate them from the southern western part of Jerusalem. And the last village, Walaja, which we're going to visit now, hasn't been separated from Jerusalem. But recently, this last attempt is to build a wall to actually cut the village from Jerusalem, and by this, block the opportunity of Palestinians to come close to Jerusalem. No, it's a horse. It's a baby horse. I mean, it's a child. قديش عمره الحصان الصغير? 4 months old. His mother died. So he got him, he was born here 4 months ago, and a month later, not after the pregnancy, but a month or two later, the mother died here. So he stayed alone. And now he's his mother. Now what I heard from Imad last time I visited here is that according to the plan, the wall should pass here. They plan to build the wall in front of his house. So it will block him and the horse. From here he can go down the valley to the spring there, to the water where you can go to drink water and meet Israelis. So if they do manage to build the wall, it will block off his family from leaving the village. And they can only stay in this area or go drive on the road to Bethlehem. She said she didn't want any. He said, I want children, I want children, I want children.
Oh, but
Now she said she has diabetes, she doesn't want.
طيب القلب حرام تهجر بيننا محتاج لك يا حياتي عسى يردك حنينا يا شوق عيني لعينك يا طيب القلب حرام تهجر بيننا محتاج لك يا حياتي عسى يردك حنينك يا شوق عيني لعينك
هذا الزيتون هذا بنسوي منه الزيتون نسوي منه الزيت.
So it needs around 5 or 7 years in the beginning to start to bring olives. And then it can stay hundreds, and some people have, say, thousands of years. This is 30 years old, but there are trees hundreds years old. And there's one special. Imad?
Yeah.
He was born here. This is his father's house. You wash it
من التراب والغبره
from all the dirt that it has on it.
بعدين بتدك بحجر
You hit with a stone
بتنقع 3 ايام ميه
and put it in water for 3 days
عشان في ببقى
to get all the bitterness out.
ببقى في مرار في الزيتون بروح بتكب الميه بعدين بتجيب
Then you throw the water with all the
الفلفل.
bitterness that came out. Then you put
الفلفل.
pepper,
الليمون الحامض
lemon,
والملح
salt.
تخلطهم مع بعض في بعض تنكحن يعني بتكبسهم في المطربات
Put
يعني
it in
بعد
a
اسبوع بتاكل منهم
you put it in a
بعدين
jar
اسبوع يعني
1 week, and then you can eat it after 1 week. Some people keep it for some months. They have
It takes a
different.
long time, but it's really good.
هذا تين بس وليش فيش يعني. For me, the only way to overcome prejudice and to have any path open for future peace between the two nations is by having a communication and interaction, doing things together. And for this you have to have a legal, open, safe place where two people can meet. For this reason we started, when they started to build the wall in 2003, we also started our own project, the All Nations Cafe.
We do weekly gatherings with Israelis and Palestinians, meeting different kinds of people, meeting Palestinians, meeting Israelis, meeting settlers, meeting soldiers, meeting children, like and wanting to just to hear people, to meet people on a very on a heart level.
So we started it there, in next to the old city of Jerusalem, next to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, in a place where there's the Palestinian neighborhoods meet the Jewish neighborhoods, but they're not talking to each other, and we made the cafe there in the middle. But then that place was closed by a wall, so no more Palestinians. And then later we moved here, and this was, for many years, this was open. This was really kind of a small haven of peace, even in times that was conflict around in Gaza and in Lebanon. But here you had Palestinians and Israelis, including settlers, including people from all kind of political sides, meeting together neutrally and doing positive things together, culture, environment, social things. But the more importantly, meeting each other, knowing somebody from the other side, knowing them by name, knowing what they feel, celebrating with them birthday or wedding or a child being born, and seeing that we can live together. That's where the cafe was. Maybe will be again, this little one. You see, and all the area next to the house was where we had the gathering. Now they put bars on it and changed the lock. Now we're going to the land, the agricultural land, and the tent where Abed is making a cafe. It's very close to the checkpoint, so again, it's a constant interaction and negotiation with the army. As a Palestinian, you can only reach the checkpoint, and then you cannot continue.
Are we going to cross the border?
No, just before we will go right into the dirt road. Assalamu alaikum. This is the guest book of all the people who visit. We should learn how to share the land. Imagine they build the zoo right on the border with Palestine. But Palestinians cannot enter the zoo. Stupid, in my opinion. If you really mean what the Prime Minister said, he wants to make peace with Palestinians, let Palestinian children who live here 5 minutes walk from the zoo, let them the opportunity to pay the ticket, to buy the ice cream, to go inside the zoo. That's why the idea of All Nations Cafe is that we do things creatively together. We have people, representatives of different nations, different ways of thinking, and together we solve problems, together we have ideas. These are all friends.
عائلة عانينا اللي أخرج السجن تعرف عانينا يعني بنعرف شو السجن بنعرف شو الحرب بنعرف شو بكفي خلص لوقت ايش
Basically now it's known, this place, it's become de facto the meeting place. So everybody comes here, Israelis come, internationals come from both sides, Palestinians come from all the West Bank. A place for all the world. By meeting exactly in this spot, that it's still possible to meet here, you protect this spot from being taken over. Because if there was nobody coming here, but just Abed here and maybe one friend from the refugee camp sitting here, it would be more easy to come and kick them out or arrest them. But because there are always Israelis here, and internationals, and the lawyers sometimes, it's more difficult to just to come and say, okay, nobody knows, nobody cares.